Their kicker, third round pick, Jake Moody, in his second year. To be fair, he's coming off a high ankle sprain, but missed 3 kicks in this game. He's had, I don't know, it looks like he's had confidence issues in the past. He has a strong leg. He missed an extra point in the Super Bowl. He missed a kick in every playoff game. And then he had a complete meltdown yesterday before rallying and winning the game. Give him credit. What should the Niners do at kicker?
What should they do? To be real, man, it's kind of a cutthroat business. This is business. It's professional sports. You missed the extra point in the Super Bowl. You missed 3 consecutive field goals yesterday. You barely made the game winner. If we're being real, I know Kyle pumped up his head, said he nailed it right through the middle. He didn't. If that was 5 yards back, he misses that thing. The reality is, and no fake, I hope he's not watching because I do feel bad for these players, but what the 49ers need to do is cut bait. They need to move on and find a different kicker. He's just not reliable, and I'm not sure if he'll ever will be. Maybe he will be. Maybe he'll build up his confidence on another team in the future and do his thing. But to me, you can't have a kicker that you can't trust on your team. And if the 49ers want any shot of going far in the playoffs, they need a kicker they can trust. And I just don't trust Jake Moody. So I would cut ties and move on. Personally, they won't. That's what I do.
I mean, he may give him no choice if he does that again. I feel like his leash is short at this point, and I think the main reason he's still on the team, if not the only reason he's still on the team, it's not how strong his leg is where he was drafted.
Right.
He was a 3rd round pick just last year. If he had been a 6th round pick, he might not be on the team anymore. But what's crazy is that Cam Latu was a 3rd round pick that year too, and he's gone. So at a certain point, you can't keep a guy on the roster and keep putting him on the field because your resume would look worse if he got cut because you drafted him. You got to do what's best for the team, or else your players are going to lose confidence in you, your ability to make decisions.
Yeah.
Like, how does putting Jake Moody back out there, who does that help? Does it help the team? And if it's not helping the team, then like I think players would be like, what are we doing here? What is the agenda here to keep him on the field?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people are talking about firing Schneider, but if you look at the game yesterday, right? Like, what is Schneider going to do? How's Schneider going to make Moody make field goals? Like that's not on him. That's on the player himself. You know, and even the Darrell Luter situation. Darrell Luter's learned in Pee Wee football to get out of the way in those situations so you don't interfere with your returner catching the ball. So yesterday, nothing was really on Schneider, in my opinion. It's the players, and starts with the kicker, man. Moody's just not reliable. You can't have that. If you really want to be a legitimate contender, which the 49ers say they want to be, you can't have a kicker that they can't make kicks at a higher clip than that.
Yeah, and it's like, again, he was hurt. He went down, and they get Anders Carlson, plays 2 games as their kicker, and he's 5 of 5. He did miss an extra point, but he was 5 of 5 on field goals. He was a 6th round pick in 2023. I mean, he wasn't taking that much after Jake Moody. He's got some pedigree too. Who cares?
Well,
like, you had Trey Lance, it didn't work out. You went with Brock Purdy. Like, you have to play the best player. And if that's Anders Carlson, then get him back on the team.
And that's the thing. People are like, oh, he's coming off an injury. You got to give him a break. Well, these Carlson came off the couch, right? Like, these guys have been sitting there for 2 years not kicking, and they were able to come through and convert these kicks. So, I mean, unfortunately, it's, you know, I don't think any of us were really happy about taking a kicker in the 3rd round. I don't think that's really ever a good idea unless you're just an absolute freak, like a Janikowski type player. It doesn't really make sense. You can get these guys undrafted. You can get them off the couch. I think it was a mistake back then, and I think they just need to move on, honestly.
I actually feel like Moody has a lot in common with Janikowski. Like, strong leg, inaccurate. And it's like, I don't care if you could kick a 63-foot yard field goal. You're going to miss a 44 one wide left and then wide right in the same game. Sorry. So, Jake, it's a tough business. I think if he misses another field goal, if he misses one next week, I think he's out. And I don't see how they can go into the playoffs with him as their kicker and feel confident that he's not going to blow it. Sorry. How do you go? I mean, he has to prove something right now or else he's gone.
I mean, the title of the show, we're going to get into it. Are the 49ers legit contenders?
Not with Moody.
We'll find out if they believe they are, because if they believe they are, they can't move forward with Moody.
Yeah, I don't see how they can.
they'll roll
Yeah,
with them.
he's got to show. He's got to make a lot of kicks in a row.